Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I am dragging our mighty Kirovitz all the way up to the field where the Massey is ploughing. Because we've got minus 12,000 euros, we haven't been able to afford to put the standard wheels back onto the Massey. Now, we started doing our ploughing with the row crop tyres on, and I've been informed by several people that you can do some ploughing with row crop tyres on. I didn't think you could do any. I thought it would just shred the tyres, but apparently you can do some ploughing with row crop tyres on, but it's not. You don't really want to do lots. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap these tractors over. This one is going to take over the ploughing, and the Massey is going to go and do a different job. So we haven't got a huge amount left on this field. We are going to plough that field up the top there as well. I'm just going to let the Massey turn round, and then we'll stop it right here, so it'll do the sort of the spin about, and then we can change tractors over. We've got the Kramer down by the sheep pen. We need to put some bales in for the sheep so that they've got something to eat. And I've got, if you have a look on here, let me just show you on the main map. That one's now stopping. I've got canola planted in field 14. We've got corn in the big field 23. 19 and 25 have got wheat. I'm planting canola in these two fields, and I did say that I might not plant anything up here. I might just leave it as like set aside or resting the ground or something, but I'm not sure yet. I may plant something. We won't necessarily do anything with it, but I still might plant something up there. Let me just lower the plough down, and we'll leave it exactly where it is now. It doesn't mean to say that I'm going to get the Kirovitz exactly lined up with it, but we can try. So let's just bring that one down there out of the way so that we can save its tyres. We've also got a load of silage left at the biogas plant, so I'm going to sell that silage. Once we swapped over here, I'll park the Massey up somewhere close by. We're going to run down to the sheep, and we're going to feed the sheep. Then we're going to come back up here, and we're going to get the bucket on the Kramer, and I'd like to, hopefully, not only do the silage, because I'm going to get the bucket on the Kramer, and I'm hoping to sort of move the silage around a little bit so that we can sell all the rest of it all in one go. Lower that one down and let that one carry on. Is that getting everything? Yes. So yes, we'll make a bit of money so that we can get back into the black again, and then we can get some proper tyres onto that tractor down there. This one can carry on and do the ploughing. This is just right for doing the ploughing. And we've got the cultivator there waiting on the headland for when this field is finished. Although there's something else I'd like to do before we start cultivating. Right, we've got two bales down here that fell off the trailer when we reloaded the game. And not quite sure why they did it, but they did. So we'll get these two bales first and put them in for the sheep. My two questions that I'm asking you this week. I'm asking two questions in relation to Watea Valley, which is the next map that we're going to. For those of you who are brand new subscribers, we've got the rest of this week, we got next week, and then we're moving to New Zealand. It's Watea Valley in New Zealand that everybody voted for. It's a predominantly grass-based map. We own all the fields in the map when we get there. So because we own all the fields, I thought that, well, really we don't want to go there with all the money that we've earned from this map, as it would kind of, it wouldn't really fit together very well. Now, let's see if I can stop that bale from rolling down the hill. So if I do it that way, there we go. Yeah, so it's a predominantly grass-based map, and we own all of the fields when we get there. So in order to make it a little bit fairer and not too easy and one-sided, I'm not going to take all of the money that we earn from this map. I'm going to start off that map with just, well, either 200, 400, 600, 800,000 New Zealand dollars or $1 million New Zealand dollars. So it's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below. Let me know which one of those 5 numbers you think that I should start with. Should it be $200,000, $400,000, $600,000, $800,000, or $1 million New Zealand dollars? Which do you think that I should start the map with? And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote by mousing over in the top right hand corner. There should have been a little circle come up by now. I'm not sure if it actually still comes up whilst the video is playing, or if it's just there all the time anyway. I know it used to, but the YouTube makes regular changes to things, so they may have changed how that is done. I'm going to come down the side over the grass rather than through there, so I don't knock all those bales out. Whoa! Right, it's a little bit rougher over the side than I thought it was. Perhaps I should have gone down through the middle of the clamp. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's the first question. The second question is, I'm also going to start with a tractor. Now, it's a mostly grass-based map. There is some arable stuff. We'll start with whatever the starting equipment is on that map. Plus, we will have one extra tractor. And that extra tractor that we take will either be this Claas Axion 900, which when it's fully upgraded is around 400 horsepower, or the Fendt 900 Vario, which again when fully upgraded is around 400 horsepower, or the John Deere 7030 Premium. When this one's fully upgraded, it is still only around 200 horsepower. So we'll either have a 200 horsepower tractor or one of the two 400 horsepower tractors. I've had some people saying they'd really like to see the John Deere, but they think it's a bit underpowered for some things. Other people saying they don't think it's underpowered at all. If I've got a fairly even number of votes for the John Deere and for one of the others, I could very well... I may end up buying the John Deere anyway, because it's a nice, compact little tractor. It's not that dissimilar to a tractor that I used to have, well, my father used to have on the farm that we had many years ago. So it wouldn't be out of place for me to get that one as well at a later date. May even put that one to a vote, and we'll see if people want me to get that one a bit later on. I don't know. But there were several people that were sort of saying we'd really like to see the John Deere, but we think it's underpowered and that kind of thing. So just vote for what you want to see right now, and then, you know, I always read the comments section. So if there's lots of comments requesting a certain type of tractor, then, you know, maybe we'll look at that a bit later on as well. Who knows? So yeah, go with the one that you want. It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section, let us know why you're voting for the one you're voting for. See if you can't persuade other people to vote for the same as you. And of course, don't forget to actually mouse over the top right hand corner and cast your vote on that one. So there's 2 questions for this week, same as last week, and I will probably ask 2 questions next week. Now, as we're getting very close to the end of this map, now you'll probably notice I'm running with the spikes low to the ground. It's because this isn't a public highway. This is just a back private road, and I know where people are, so the spikes is low to the ground. If I go out onto the public road, I'll lift the spikes up out the way. Generally, there's no hard and fast way of how to do it. From comments that have come in around the world on how to transport your vehicle safely when you've got bale spikes on, it's just common sense. Make sure it's safe for the other road users is basically the one rule that you've got to follow, is make sure it's safe for other road users. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to head back to the yard now, and I'm going to leave the bale spike at the yard. I'm going to get the bucket on, and I'm going to meet you at the BGA, and we're going to start doing our silage, and then I will tell you what I was about to tell you, because, you know, we're getting very, very close to the end of the series. Okay, we're going to get this running again, and I'm going to shovel up a load of the silage and sort of tip it in a big heap around the conveyor belt, so that we get everything all running in all at once. And I'm thinking what I'll do is, if I dig up one side, I've then still got a ramp that I can just run up along really easily in order to get up close. The only thing that we've got to make sure of... Actually, I can move that quite a distance. So we shouldn't have any issue with being able to reach everything. That one is only half extended, so I can bring that one right out. And if I bring that one forward a bit... come over there. I'm gonna get this one so that it goes underneath and starts running. There we go. So I turn that belt off now. You have the engine running on the belt, but it doesn't actually turn the belt off completely. The belt itself will just keep powering regardless of whether you've got the engine running. It's how you move them around when you turn the engine on. So move the next belt up there like that and stop that one. Then the final belt, we can leave that one right where he is for now, and when we're ready to start moving, when we've got a bigger heap of silage down here, then we can start it up. At the moment, we've got 429 euros per 1,000 here at the biogas plant. I don't know if that's going to go up or not. We'll wait and see on that one. We've got to move a fair bit of silage here before we can do anything else. I'm going to work away on that for a little while. I've also got to... Yeah, if I sort of got to try and make sure that I do this right without... You've got to go slowly. It is actually surprisingly difficult to scoop silage up, especially when it's low to the ground. I was surprised. I thought it would be a lot easier than this, but it's not. It does surprise me that it's difficult. Partly in the end of the clamp here is because the ground drops away and then lifts back up again. So we come right up here like this and tip this bit out. And I'm just sort of going to keep working on this for a little while. I won't record all of this. I might actually do some of this off screen. My series on here is coming to an end. And what I'd like you to do today in the comment section is tell me, is there anything in particular you would like me to do before I leave? Now, we planted some trees up on the top. I wasn't actually planning to harvest those trees. I didn't think that we've really got time to do it. I didn't think it would be worth doing it. And it would be there for those of you who do download the save game file. You'll have those trees that you can chop down if you want. I could go and cut those trees down, except that I've got silage to finish on Goldcrest Valley, and there's not a huge amount left. We'll probably have maybe 2 episodes left on that, and then we'll be getting set up to do forestry on there, and I'm doing forestry on the time-lapse. So I'm already doing forestry stuff on 2 maps, which is one of the main reasons I didn't want to start doing any more forestry on this map, because it's unfortunate that several times I've sort of end up doing the same job on all 3 series, and you don't really want to be spammed with the same stuff over and over. So I'm sort of thinking that we would avoid doing forestry on here purely because we're doing it everywhere else at the moment, and just for a bit of variation, we'll do something else. Once we've got this silage sold, I'm hoping then that we'll have enough money that we can go and get. Let's go and have a look here. Manure spreaders. That one. No, not that one. That one. 52,000 euros that one costs. But we got a load of manure here at the pigs, and we've also got a load at the cattle. What do we got here? Oh, wool is actually a very good price for the wool. It's a shame we've not really got any. Look back through here. So manure at the pigs, we got 100,000. Manure at the cattle, we got 62,000. So we'd be able to do a bit of manure. It'd be good fun. And we've only got 3 pigs left. So basically 1 hour before we reach our target of 400 pigs, and we can start selling pigs. It's going to start raining soon. I wasn't planning to do much of the video while it's raining. I was just going to fast forward until the rain has stopped. I think what we're going to need to do is use some of our money that we get to buy more pig food, because a lot of those are on red. And actually, what are on red? We got corn is on red, wheat and barley, and well, basically we got the 3 foods is on red. So might be better if we go and buy some more pig food. What have we got in storage? We got we haven't got any of those. We got a little bit of that, and we got loads of corn. I think we'll buy some more pig food. So we can use this. I'm hoping that we'll have 50,000 in order to be able to get the manure spreader, because again, I will buy it if I can. I know that we're about to leave the map, and so we could probably get away with leasing it, but that is the general rule for this map, is that I buy whenever I can. So I'll see if I can buy, but I'd like to buy pig food as well, so we'll see about that. Not quite sure. And yeah, I'd really like you to let me know what jobs you'd like me to tackle before we go. There's a few things that we haven't done. Obviously, we haven't done any spraying because we decided to switch to organic farming. So we haven't looked at sprayers on this one. And I haven't actually done spraying on any of my maps yet. So we could sort of say that we're doing organic spraying. We're using an organic additive or something like that. I know there are some sprays you can get that are organic. Not herbicides or fungicides. It's like types of fertilizer that you can get that is fully organic, but you deliver it in a liquid form. So, it's possible we could do something like that and just have that as one of our field improvement things. Is there any particular sprayers you'd like me to use? Is there any mods that you want me to take a look at? There's just recently I've seen added a bee pack, it's called. Very similar to the one that we used in Higher Hills by the look of it, where you got to get milk and honey, and you put wood in to make beehives, stuff like that. And you basically just got to keep working through stuff like that in order to eventually produce honey that you can sell. So, well, no, it wasn't produce honey that you ended up producing, like, it was a honey-based cereal and mead, wasn't it? That was what we ended up selling. So yeah, there's a mod pack that's been put in the beta section for that. I think you've got to have installed Mahu's factory scripts, or factories, in order to make it run properly. So I could take a look at that. That would take quite a bit of setting up. I'm wondering if maybe we ought to perhaps consider running the whole thing in Water Valley instead of trying to bring it here. Can I get up over here? A bit steep. Yeah, I can actually. Ideal. So yes, there's lots of options. What do you want me to do? Head into the comment section and have a good chat about this. What sort of things would you like to see here in Sosnovka before I go? Bear in mind that we're quite close to Russia. We're in Eastern Europe, so if there's any Eastern European mods that you think that I should try out before we go, then we could do that. And like New Zealand based stuff and stuff that we're more likely to get in New Zealand, then we'll stick with that. I know that several people really didn't like the fact that I used the Tatra Phoenix lorry truck in Goldcrest Valley, because it's so difficult to obtain such a thing in the States, and because of the response I got from that. See, I do listen to you guys, I do listen to you. I'm not going to be using vehicles and machinery that is particularly difficult to come by in the country that we're supposed to be playing in. So if there's any Eastern European things that you'd like me to use, now is the time to say so, because we're not going to be in Eastern Europe for very much longer. We're moving to New Zealand, and Eastern European imports are fairly rare down in New Zealand. So now's the time to say so. So yeah, let me know what you want. Let me know what you'd like me to try out. If there's anything in particular you think that I've overlooked and should be doing, I really want to hear about it. Before we finish up on this map, I'm going to be doing a bit of muck spreading. I'm going to finish scooping all of this up now, so hopefully that we can actually start doing some muck spreading now soon in this episode, or at least loading up the muck spreader, even if we don't do anything else. And then we've also got, I'm going to get the harvest going with the wheat so that we can do some baling and use the Artisan bale stacker. Probably we will get the Artisan bale stacker and a big square baler in Water Valley, and we'll be baling up hay and doing it with that. We will grow some crops so that we can get some straw. Quite possibly we'll use the buy bale mod and buy a load of bales. Probably do that more than we've done in this map, so that we can sort of concentrate more on the cattle and the sheep down in Water Valley. We'll sort of see how it runs. Anyway, I'm going to finish doing this, and I'm going to sell as much silage as I can. Hopefully I'll clear out the rest of the clamp, and then I will see you afterwards, and we can see about getting our manure spreader and the right wheels on the Massey, and buying a little bit more pig food. Well, there we go. That is the last of the silage. Little tiny heap, now just pouring in. I've gotten every single little bit of it, and it did actually split. I wasn't able to keep the amount of it running continuously, so the price has dropped a little bit. We're only getting 389 per 1,000. However, it's not too bad. We now have 402 pigs, so we are able to sell our first ever pigs. And we're over 100,000 litres of manure in here. We need some power food in for the cows as well as straw, so we're going to need to... Well, we've got some straw bales by the pigs, so we might be able to just take a couple of those down. I'm not too worried about those at the moment. If the production dips off on the cattle, then so be it. We're going to be running cattle in Water Valley anyway, so we can really sort of concentrate on doing it then. Just make sure that we get every single little drop of silage in here. I'll just bring that bit back like that. There we go, that's the last of it. So that's taken us to 58,000 euros. By the time the conveyor belts empty out, it's going to be a fraction more. Shut that one off a minute, and let's see what we get. Bunker silo is empty. 59,000 euros. Let's get on the quad bike. We haven't actually driven the quad bike for a little while. And... oh, there's the last of it going up there. 800, 900, 60,000 euros. That's not too shabby, really. It is about to start raining, unfortunately, so we're going to have to deal with that. Before it starts raining, if we go and sell the first of our pigs, I'm going to go back to the main yard. We'll leave the Kramer up here because we'll be using that for loading up the manure spreader. We come into here and we go onto this bit. Now, normally I'd like to sell animals at the beginning of the day. It's the best time to move them. But, you know, if you pushed for it, you could do it later in the day. You just got to make sure you spend a bit more time and care on making sure that the animals are cool and looked after properly. So we want to sell 3 of them. We're going to sell direct. We're not going to worry about taking them all the way up to the top. So there's another 3 grand. We get 1,200 per pig that we sell. So let's sell those 3 there. Yes. So that gives us 63,000 euros. I'm going to get the Massey Ferguson and I'm going to hitch on. I'm going to have to go back to the main yard and get the IT runner bottom part and then go up to the dealership, get the correct tyres on, and I'll meet you back here with the manure spreader. I'll take this one, I think. We'll head over this way with it. Well, I said I would meet you back up the top with the muck spreader, but I thought, well, actually, we do need to clean some of this stuff off. And, yeah, we're just going to be rushing. So we're going to end up doing that bit tomorrow. We've got 1 line of corn down that field there that is already ripe and ready to harvest. Some of the fields are now, they could be weeded. However, quite frankly, I don't think we got time because we've got so many other things that we need to get on with. Stopping to do the weeding. We're going to have to, we'll just take a yield hit on this. For those of you who do decide to download and install my map, what I decided to do, because I did have a few people suggest that maybe I could upload 2 save game files, one with the mods in it and one without the mods in it. What I shall do is I will upload the save game file with the mods from the mod hub on it, but not any of the others, because I'm pretty sure that if you try to start the game and you don't actually have the mod installed, it will tell you which mod you need, and then you can make sure that you install them. I will try to make sure that I've got a comprehensive list of all of the mods that are on here, but the ones that aren't on the mod hub, obviously those I will get rid of just to make it a little bit simpler for you. And so, yeah, you guys will be able to carry on. You can carry on running this as an organic enterprise if you want. See if you can keep doing that. Buying in pig food in order to sort of make ends meet. That's up to you. The pig food mod that I've got, where we can buy the multiple pallets, that one, it won't matter if you've got it or not, because it's only... you only see it in the shop. You don't see it anywhere else. So it's not going to make any difference to you if you don't have that one. However, some of the machines... like most of these here, it's only this IT runner set that is, you know, the main one. We've got that turner there, the hay turner as well. That's one of them. Just trying to think if there's much else that we've got. We don't have a huge amount in the way of mods. I've gone mostly for the vanilla stuff, purely because I want to see what the game can do as it stands without using too much in the way of mods. Now, how do we unload this one? I think we press X. Yes, there we go. So let's unload this one, and then we'll go up to the dealership and we'll get the muck spreader bit loaded on, and then in our next episode we can start actually doing some muck spreading. So we do that, then I press Q. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Now I unhitch. That will remove that bit, and then I can fold the hook back down again, and I can head up to the dealership. I did originally talk about getting a shed down here, you know, one of the workshops. I haven't actually done that, and I won't be doing it now. We'll probably get one on Water Valley. What else have we got? Have we got external mods? So the actual mods for the game, I've got the timber runner there, but I think that's the standard timber runner. I've got a couple of dollies, the 2-wheel dollies, and I got that auto load trailer there. Those are all standard game stuff. Those are standard game stuff. That log grab will go. Yeah, so most of the rest of the stuff that we've got here is vanilla game stuff, so it's not going to make any difference at all. So if you've only got to install certain mods from the mod hub, it'll make it a lot easier for everybody to be able to play the game. And then if you want to, obviously in all of my episodes, any external mods that I use in the series, there's always a link for those external mods in the description. For the mod hub mods, I haven't made a list of them, purely because they're so easy to install. You can just go into the game and you can install a whole load of them, and then you can just carry right on. It's the big scripted ones that I don't use a lot of, because they do make some pretty drastic changes to the game. The other thing that I will sell before I start, before I let you have the save game, is the stuff from the Kuhn DLC, because not everybody's been able to buy that, so I'll get rid of that baler there, and make sure I don't have any other items from the Kuhn DLC in the set. Right, I'm going to leave the trailer here, so I unhitch that one there, and then come forward, and we unhitch the weight here, so let's lower it down to the ground, unhitch it there, and then back into here, turn that one off, so then we can go and customize. Right, customize, narrow tires, wide tires. We haven't actually bought wide tires. I'm wondering if we should. You know what, I think we're going to go with wide tires on this one. We could also, well, we could increase the strength of our engine. We could go up to 280 horsepower. We don't at the moment. Engine set up to 40, 280, but I'm not going to do that because that's 36,000 and we wouldn't be able to afford the muck spreader. So we'll stick with the engine that we got at 210 horsepower, and we'll go for the wide tires. Customize, yes, okay. Right, so now we got wide tires on this one. I do like the look of the wide tires. It makes the tractor look much more of a beast, doesn't it? What tractors would you... I know that I asked you to mostly talk about what you'd like me to do on this map for the rest of the week. Well, not this week, next week. What would you like me to do on the map next week? I'm going to be using those two, but what else would you like me to do? What other things would you like to see done before I leave this place? We're going to go for the Farm Tech Fortis. No upgrades or changes or anything available. That is 52,000 euros. There we go. And back out of there. Right, so yeah, if you have a look, that one it says mod on there, so it's easy enough to see which ones are the mods. We can go into our garage and he says there. Oh, you don't double click, you just click. So you can scroll through and you can very quickly see which are the mods, he says. Oh yes, yes you can. It puts the mods at the back. The Lely Junos, I'll leave all of those on there. They are on the mod hub, so you'll be able to use those as well. And let's come into here. Right, we want to get the hook lift trailer back on, and then we've got to go in there and we've got to get that manure spreader back on, and then we can start heading back up towards the pigs. We won't actually be doing any today. I suspect it's going to start raining very, very soon, probably at 2 o'clock. So what I will probably do is I will go home for the night. I won't try to do muck spreading in the rain or anything like that. We'll finish up this episode and then we'll go home for the night, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We'll have a load more pigs to sell. I might actually have to buy some more food during the night for the pigs in order to make that work. We'll have to see. Right. Bring the hook lift back. It comes up and over like this. Perhaps I go forward a little bit. I don't know if I'm too far back for it. No. Right. We come forward like that. And that's able to hook on there. So then you press Q and that can hook it on. And then you press X once more and that starts sliding it down. Hauls it back down through. Loads it up. Straightens it up nicely as it does. So it does a very smooth job of straightening it up as well. It's beautiful. I really do like the animation and everything on this IT runner. It's a brilliant trailer. Absolutely fantastic. I'm quite pleased with this one. So we'll take this one on up towards the pigs. While I'm driving up there, when I start Water Valley in just over a week and a half's time, do you want me to start it? How much money do you want me to start with? You know, we're going to take some of the money from here, but because we own all of the fields in Water Valley, we're not going to do our original plan and take all of our money with us. We're gonna take anywhere from 200,000 New Zealand dollars up to $1 million New Zealand dollars. So it's 200,000, 400, 600, 800,000, or 1 million New Zealand dollars. Which amount would you like me to start the next map with? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below and let us know which one you want and why, and don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. And also, my other question for this week, as well as the money and the starting machinery, we're also going to start with one extra tractor, just like a bit of a boost to sort of help us along a bit. And those tractors, it's going to be either the Claas Axion 900, when fully upgraded that makes 400 horsepower tractor, so it will be fully upgraded. The Fendt 900 Vario, again fully upgraded, that would be another 400 horsepower tractor. So both of those are 400. Or do you think I should go with a slightly smaller tractor? We've got the John Deere 7030 Premium. This one, when upgraded, it's still about the same. It's only like another 5 horsepower. So it's 210 horsepower, the 7530. We've got front loader attachments on there. We can, on the various wheels and so on. So yes, it's the John Deere at 200 horsepower, the Fendt at 400 horsepower, or the Claas Axion again at 400 horsepower. Your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why. Does your choice of tractor also influence your choice of money that we're taking with us? Are you specifically voting for a bigger tractor and less money, or a smaller tractor and more money? How do those two relate? I'd like to know why you're voting for all of what you're voting for. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote for both of these questions. It's very important. We want to make sure that we set things up just right when we get to Water Valley. Now, I did originally consider using one of the stayer tractors, one of the bigger ones that we haven't looked at yet. Before next episode, I will just tidy up the ploughing on there and possibly put that one going ploughing up the top. Not sure yet. Yeah, I did originally consider using a stayer, but I did a bit of research and I've been unable to find stayer tractors for sale anywhere in New Zealand. So I thought, well, we won't go there. Voucher tractors, yes, you can get voucher tractors in New Zealand. There's quite a few of them around. But I couldn't find anywhere that was selling a stayer tractor, new or second hand. So that's why I didn't go for that one. It does look like a really nice tractor, actually. I'd like to be able to use it at some point. It's one of the standard game ones that the game comes shipped with. That one right there. 288 horsepower. You can have red or you can have orange for the main colour. The engine setup goes 313. Oh, so you've only got two options. So it's a 300 horsepower tractor, which it does look very cool. It looks like a really nice tractor. So yeah, I wanted to be able to use that one. That's going to have to be in another series, I should think. We won't be able to use that one in Water Valley. Right, if you've enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Until next time, hang on. I'm turning the wrong way there. I can't do this. There we go. So yes, next time I will load this one up and we'll do some muck spreading, and we've got a few other bits and pieces that we need to do as well. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye and see you later.